Yeah, here we go. Match is going to start on up. We're going to be on the pistol round. Sangal on the CT side. Sprouts on that T side. It'll be interesting to see how this initial T attack plays out here for Sprout. Only time can tell if it's actually going to work out for them.
All right, yep, we got Sprout starting out T side. Interesting. I think this gives Sangal a chance. It gives them a chance in this because I think if you have Sprout starting on the CT side, I think that's like one of those cases.
Oh, more. What a
more.
shot. Dennis gonna be able to find well into Major. Brings it down to a 4 versus 4. The man advantage is null and void. Sprouts getting a trade back is going to be really pivotal into this situation. Looking to head down towards Secret. They're starting to fight Imore, who's dropped down through vents. Might back off here. Divert towards A, which could be an interesting situation to place themselves in.
Yeah, well, they've made the call. The CTs know that they're going to this top site, so... Oh.
Yeah, good shots coming out from Sangal. Will find them all. Imore with a nice little 3K headshot. He's going to be able to claim that first round for Sangal. Things starting out swimmingly for that CT side. The Sprout's going to have to find a way back into this game because this is going to turn into a run if Sangal keep this going. Because if they keep it that clean throughout this, throughout the next 2 rounds, things could deteriorate rather quickly for that German side.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way you want to start it out. I mean, if you're on the Sangal side, it's like kind of all you can ask for is at least, convert that pistol round so you can kind of start to build up some rounds, build up some confidence, and start to just play into things and play into your own style. Not letting
what a shot.
Not letting them force you into how they want to play. And yeah, Dennis already putting tag damage onto 2 players already.
Yeah, that single deagle is doing one hell of a job, tagging 2 players down to 3 HP. And Major getting tagged down to 60 as well. Logic Man, Paz, and Major all decently low at this point. But finally a frag does come out, and it comes out from the Sangal side. Dennis is eliminated. The man advantage is gained, but that doesn't matter. Cressy finding one with the deagle as well, picking that up off of Dennis's body. And now this has become dicey for Sangal. Look at this. Spitty gonna find one. Major will trade back onto Slacks, but he's the only player above 10 HP on his team. These players are on a knife's edge of being eliminated, and these pistols could finish them off oh so easily from that Sprout side.
Well, I mean, they've got 66 health spread over 3 players. So, yeah, they've got to be careful here, and the T's can just kind of play this out because they know all they need to do is land 1 shot. But as I say that, Logic Man able to clear 1 out. 3. Oh, and suddenly Cressy's stuck in a 1v3 situation. All the players are low.
This is a winnable situation, but Logic Man will take it out of his hands. A second round for Sangal. That was dicey. That was really close.
Skin of the teeth right there. That is as lucky as you can get, where you have 2 players with 3 HP. They pulling through that with 3 people, that makes it look a lot better than it actually was, I guess. But like, you know what? If the economy works, economy go burst. So full buy round. We're into the guns. Finally, rifle round. Here we go.
Yeah, it's Sprout picking up the AKs. It'll be interesting to see how they finish this round out because they're 2 down now. They don't want to drop a 3rd here. It's M4s versus AKs. It's an old tail, and Spitty coming out with 2. Things starting off nicely, but Paz is there for the trades. Brings it down to a 3 versus 30. That Slacks going to be able to find one on Logic Man. Now Ning and Paz, last 2 men standing, will be looking for the frags, and the first does come out from Ning. Now Paz, last man on the site. Gonna have to find the first, finds 1, but not 2. The spray down nearly comes out, but Cressy takes quite a few shots and is tagged down to 6 HP. He's gonna drop down towards that B site and just get the plant. But this is a dicey round for Cressy. He needs to find this frag and find the headshot immediately. Ning is hot on his tail.
Yeah, you can't take any spray damage here. You have to hit your headshot, and that's how you got to win this round. Got an AK, so it's doable.
Yeah, but they both have AKs. A single bullet from any weapon that Ning has in his arsenal will find him. But Cressy as well, if he finds the headshot onto him, that's going to be the tail done, and that will be the round. The time is being ticked down low. He's going to start to stick it. The flash comes out. He looks for the frag, gets it, but it's too little, too late. The round will go the way of Sprout, and they'll finally convert the first.
All right, so not quite a first round break, but you know, they get themselves into start getting some rounds into the W column. Of course, these have all been super close so far, but not the cleanest thing from Sprout in their first rifle round. A lot of just kind of nobody paying attention towards Heaven, kind of in that mid round, and they just kind of were just standing there waiting for Sangal to make the first move, but we'll see Sprout likely just default out this round and see if they can start to clean up their game, because they do have the CT economy on a lifeline right now.
Guys, it's a bit of a force buy coming out of Sangal now. They've got an AK that they carried over, bought up a FAMAS, bought up in force, but they have that MP9 and SSG. That SSG is going to have to hit every shot immediately. If they do want to look to convert this round, it's going to have to be a very impactful weapon, and it could be in the position that he's playing. He does have the first shot onto Faven and collects a second as well. Look at that. Both players tagged down to 29. That's really advantageous. Shots come out from Major, able to find the first line, trace back. Logic Man going to be good with that. She to find one pass, going to find one as well. Brings it down to Spitty and Dennis. Now in a 2 versus 4. They're going to have to find their way back into this round. This is looking like a lost cause. Sangal looking to collect a third round to themselves, and Lodgeman watching behind should find Dennis here. Yeah, there it is. Now Spitty, last man standing, has to come out like a star. Finds one, finds two, could find three, but not four. The trade does come out. That was very pricey for Sangal, and that's going to disrupt their economy greatly.
Yeah, they should be okay because they win the round. But of course, you know, they did lose a lot of those rifles, so they'll be looking at something, you know, akin to what they had to do last round in their buy. So, you know, while Sprout kind of that round got into a uncontrollable situation, they were able to kind of rebound and get those couple of kills that they needed to just make sure that the Sangal economy was just in not, you know, any place at all to, you know, really be too strong and let them build upon that. So they will have to kind of be fighting against those strong deagles and hoping for the best in this next round.
And here we go. It's a pistol round coming out from Sprouts, and Faven's going to collect the first frag. It's tagged down to 30 in trade, but that's not going to be that too much of a price to pay just yet. The bomb going down is going to be really advantageous for Sprout coming into the next. They're not really looking to convert. They're looking to find the damage here and grind up their economy. That bomb plant is doing just that. Cressy going to be able to find one with a Tech 9, though. Brings it down to a 4 versus 3, and this has become dicey. Cressy just taking... Oh, my God, Cressy! Oh, no! Oh, my God!
Yeesh, dude, 4 kills with the Tech 9? Are you kidding me?
Dude, Tech 9 best weapon. We knew this, but...
Cressy just decided, this round's in my hands. Yeah, okay. And Sangal will, you know, take the match freeze. They'll take a pause here because their economy just got reset again. So they can't force into this next round. And they've only got, you know, a max player with $2,600, only, you know, a little under 10K total on their team here. Oh, this is a Sprout timeout. All right, so they're probably planning around their buy if they have the since they know they'll be going up against either an eco, which should probably be the safest bet. So they'll be trying to, you know, maybe talk it out, figure out what they want to do, push into this next round, and try not to get USB headshotted by Imor like they did in the first round. So 3-2, and yeah. Oh, so we will be seeing a Scout come out from Logic Man, and a Deagle and a couple of upgraded pistols, but nothing else. So they'll just be kind of resetting their economy down to 0 and seeing where they can go from there.
Yeah, we're coming back into it now. An eco round coming out, some upgraded pistols. So far, it's not panning out for the Imor. Takes a couple bullets there, tagged down to 73. Does get some tags and trade onto Faven, but nothing else really found just yet. Gonna be a very slow paced round if Sangal can make it that.
Yeah, I mean, speed is your friend if you're Sangal. You're trying to get, you know, you're just trying to catch the Sprout players off guard in a position where your weapon is more advantageous, or you're in just a better, you know, it just put into a better position than. See, all right, getting some openers, nothing crazy. Just trying to slowly one by one eliminate these guns.
Oh, what a headshot through the wall there. Won't find the frag, but Cressy will finish him off. Another one coming out from Cressy. The trade from Ning does come on out, but now it's down to a 2 versus 4. A Deagle and a 5.57 to fight 4, and there's not much you're going to be able to do into the situation. You want to find an exit or 2, but that's going to be about it.
Man, I gotta say, excellent patience from Cressy there. Cressy had saw the other player as he swung wide around the back of the A bomb site, saw that he was gonna likely die to the upper player, and just recommitted to that lower player and just secured that kill to make sure that you don't do that thing where you're just averaging between 2 players, because we all know that we've been there before, So good stuff, good disciplined CS from Sprout so far. Just nothing super crazy to talk about, I guess. So we will see Sangal be pushed into a save again. They are waiting for their loss bonus to kind of build up. So we may see a save 2 here. I'd expect maybe we see a buy into the next round, but Sprout is in a really good position considering, considering they didn't get those first couple of rounds.
Oh. Good start for Spitty to find that first one to Logic, man. This is an eco coming out. And so far, it's not working out. Nothing looking like a pistol kill to come out just yet, as these shots are very quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that A site wrap was just clean, is what it was. You don't give the Sangal players any chance to do anything funny. Then they were spread out, kind of hoping for something funny outside, I guess, with that boost up, but that won't come out, and we'll likely see just Major Paz try to kind of play something cheeky here, see if they can grab at least 1 rifle. I don't think 2 is realistic with who they've got left, but
yeah, the dink does come out, but Faven will be able to find them both. Switching to the Glock there for the final kill. Will collect a 4th for Sprout. Very nicely done, very cleanly done. Now Sangal will try to refute that win with a buy to try and bring it to a tied game once again. They don't want Sprout to start running away with things right out of the gate.
Yep, it's still close, but you're in the territory where the T's are starting to build up an economy that's quite formidable, and it's not something that you're going to be able to break anytime soon. So now here's where the things get real. You've got to grind it out. You're into your, second real gun round, and Sangal's got to prove their worth here.
I'm more spraying through. Ooh, this could. Okay, they didn't read it correctly. For a minute, I thought Faven's going to be able to find his head through the smoke there. It's not going to work out for him.
That angle, just every single time, just that angle just shakes me to my core every time I try to fight that.
Shots coming through the wall, and more will get tagged down just a little bit. The hold spray doesn't connect, but a single bullet does. And nothing else coming out just yet. It's very slowly paced by Sprout. They're trying to work with the time. They're trying to find an initial frag on one of these sites, but no one from Sangal is willing to push out.
So setting up some utility for a topside execute here, and we will see Dennis wrap around. Oh, good shot from Imore to clear it out, but low and traded back out.
Yeah, Major able to find one as well. Brings it down to this 4 versus 3. The man advantage is gained. Paz holding up on an off angle will be able to find an initial and a second. Maybe get a 3rd here, but he will be traded out by Faven. Faven been looking really strong this game. Needs to find 2 more, but he won't be able to do it. A 4th for Sangal, trading it and bringing it to a tied game once again.
I'm not quite sure if I agree with the way that Sprout played that. Yeah, you've got money to throw around, but that was just that execute was sucked. That was very that was kind of half-baked. They threw a little bit of utility for the top site and tried to kind of swing around in and just play off of some timings, but it's hard to play off of timings if all the CTs are tucked in on the A site, and really it was just kind of they got dealt a bad hand there, and they'll lose the round for that matter. So now I think they're setting up for a proper A side execute here, so I believe they'll be pushing into this stack.
Yeah, this is going to be rough for them. Isn't this oh, they go towards ramp, and Ning finding that first. Look at this angle from Logic, 1, 2, not 3. But the trades from Slacks are swift, and now he's down to the 1 versus 2. He's in a difficult situation. He's heading towards the beach side. He's going to get a plant. But Sangal are in the prime position to win this round.
Yep, this is a free plant, but there's so much time in the hands of Slacks, and he knows where they're coming from. So Slack's able to prepare for this. And they're going to assume they heard the double doors close.
Yeah, they're going to be thinking he might be over an observation. Little do they know he's over towards red box and this Nuke. But they seem to be checking it. First shots are good. It Slacks clutching it up. And look at that. A beautiful 4K out of him to claim the 5th. Oh my lord.
Yeah, wow. Okay, Slacks just kind of picked everybody up and is like, all right, hop on my back since we decided not to clear that corner. I mean, it was a little unfortunate because that's a bit of a readable play. Setting up all that utility for the top site. They almost baited a player away from the ramp. It was almost successful, but, you know, the ramp player called out that they heard him running in towards, running towards ramp. So it was pretty easy for them to kind of call their bluff and just kind of run it back. So a little unfortunate, and we will see Sangal on a eco.
Yeah, and so far, Sprout's just picking apart these players with upgraded pistols. Ning, Logic Men, last 2 men remaining in a 2 versus 5. Not much they're going to be able to do in this scenario. Maybe find a gun, but now it's all down to Ning. He's all alone in a 1 versus 5. He's got a 5.57 in hand, so he could find a frag here, but it's looking unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if we see a 5.7 1v5, see an ace come out of the 5.7, all power to you, but as unlikely as that is, it would be really sick to see. Interesting. I'm not sure what Speedy's doing here. Maybe just kind of running around as bait, not trying not to hand over. Oh yeah, they're using Speedy as like a drone, dropping the AK into friendly controlled territory.
Oh.
Although Ning is walking up to where that AK was dropped,
Oh, lucky. There it is.
easy bait, and Sprout will take a 6th.
Yeah, saving all the rifles over into this round is going to be really nice for the company, because look at this. I mean, they got Slacks at 9K.
Oh.
All of them are at 4 and 5K. And the full buy go come out.
He's on a glass cannon.
Oh, he is.
Okay, so Sangal deciding that this is a do or die round, which it kind of is. You're starting to get into danger territory with where the T's are round-wise and where your economy is. So they'll force up into this one, and Logic Man will be very careful not to drop this off at the beginning of the round. Deciding better off to play back towards the CT side angle.
So far, this is being played out fairly slowly. Sprout knows how much this round will mean to both teams here. Because if Sangal wins this, they're going to be able to buy up again. But if they lose this, it's going to be over. And it's going to be a 7th and probably an 8th for Sprout.
Well, the key here is that Sangal won't be able to full buy if they take too many casualties. So they have to be really careful with how they play this, because if they lose too many players, they'll be stuck on a really weird mixed buy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, they've made their way into garage, and they'll start to peek out. First shot's found by Cressy. Cressy looking good this game. Going to find one on a Ning to open up the map. Found that kill towards Hell is going to be invaluable. They're going to try and reboost over towards it. Logic Man going to windows over here. Should be able to find one. He does. He's going back off.
Oh, that was a smart retreat.
Paz able to find one as well.
Major the timing.
And this is just working out beautifully for Sangal now. Now, Faven and Slacks, 2 players have looked absolutely fantastic throughout the game so far. Could come alive here. Especially Slacks. There's the first. Needs to find at least another, maybe a 3rd. He does want to convert this round. Faven finds one more, trades it back, but oh, beautiful shots out of Faven. 5 seconds remaining, and now Paz just needs to play the time. That's going to be a 5th for Sangal, and the final kill from Paz as well, denying the save.
Yeah, well, here we are, and we're into that spot where we might be looking at a mixed buy. They can buy AKs if they really want to, and it looks like they'll be just well, not AKs, sorry. They can buy a couple of guns if they want to. So we will see some FAMASs come out and an MP9 come out, but they will be going up against another full buy out of Sprout. So yeah, getting a slippery slope. Yeah, you won the round, but they lost 4 players in the process. So this round just as important as the last, and Imor opening it up already with a spam through the smoke.
So far, fairly slowly being played. Oh, Logic, man. I know you want to do it. Oh, didn't go for the knife. I really hoped he would.
Me too. We need more. We need more knife kills.
I know. Knife kills are a beautiful thing. That's the man advantage firmly in the hands of Sangal. Now, look at this. It's 5 versus 3. This is Sangal's round to win to tie it back up. It's a weird force buy, mixed buy coming out here. And Imore, oh, this could be huge. 1, 2, nearly 2. Tags down Slacks. But the third isn't converted. Oh, there it is. So that's a bomb. That is detrimental, and Speedy will be found. That's a 6. Oh, no.
Oh, there you are, 6-6, and now Sangal has every single one of your AKs from the last round. So you can still buy up into this next round, but you are gonna be hurting because you'll have a mixed buy, seeing as Speedy is sitting on the Deagle at the moment. So, if you're Sprout, you know, you're not particularly concerned with this T side at this moment, but if you're Sangal, you're over the moon because this is pretty good so far.
Yeah, good shots coming out. Faven able to find one onto Imore. That's the man advantage gained by the Germans. This is a must convert round. Look at their eco here. It's not going to be all too good. They'll have a bit of a loss bonus to work with, but it will not be the best.
Yeah, every single player except for Faven bought down to 0. We start to see them line up for what looks like an outside execute. They're setting up the wall of smokes. Major in a great spot to take advantage of that one-way smoke, which we're starting to see a lot more now recently. That's an amazing one-way smoke that I'm surprised we haven't discovered until, like, I don't know, like 2 months ago. Major with another.
Yeah, it's such a powerful position. Looking for another, avoids the off shots, duels away with the men over at Marshmallow. It will pan out for Faven over towards Squeaky. Paz will trade it back, brings it down to a 3 versus 2. Slacks and Speedy, last man standing. Need to find at least 2 each, or 1 hit each at this point. But Logic Man gonna deal with Slacks and now Speedy. Last man standing. 1 versus 2. Gets the bomb down, possibly. Fakes it. Ooh, beautiful shots coming out of him. And now we'll start the plant. Ooh, no, he's baiting it once again. Yeah, there we go. Finally. And Speedy wins it. That'll be Paz eliminated in a 7th for Sprouts. Also, apparently Ning is not pronounced Ning. It is pronounced Engine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. I'm just a bot. Don't worry about me. Yeah, but now we've got Sangal here on the deco. 3 deagles, 2 USPSs to work with. They're going up against. This is a good anti-eco right here, even with it just being just a force by Mac 10. But Imore playing aggressive, gonna find that first on the Faven. Unhinged aggression seems to be well placed.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Sangal decided to go. Oh, okay, Cressy just kind of pushing through and getting all the way down to the B side already. Logic Man is in the back here. Might be able to catch Slacks off guard, and will do. That's a free op.
Yeah, things are looking good for the Sangal side. Looking to convert things. Cressy gonna be able to find 1, but not 2. That Mac 10 not able to put in the damage it really needs. Looking at more, watching the back line, and there he is. Oh, Lord, the converted eco coming out from Sangal. That's a 7th, tying it right back up here in the 17th. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, these kind of back and forth games is what they're interesting because with the current way that the economy is set up, they're a little bit T-sided, which is why I think we've seen Sprout be able to kind of like continue to push back because, you know, they're well versed on this map and they're able to kind of fight through because it helps that their economies just it resets a little bit better than the CT side in the current meta. But Sangal doing a really good job so far on a map that they really aren't destined to not destined for greatness on. So, and Logic Man trying to hit that second one, won't be able to line it up, backs off the angle.
It's brought down to a 4 versus 5. The man advantage is gained by Sangal, and they certainly do have the weaponry advantage as well.
And they've got the one-way setup too, so if they throw this outside setup of smokes, Sprout's still got to deal with that. Major on the angle.
Spitty has the angle, but misses the shot. Unlucky, not going to collect that kill just yet. Major will get away with 94 HP to his name.
Yeah, you can tell. You could see it in Speedy's crosshair, moving it around like, oh, dang it, I knew he was going to be there, but...
Yeah, I know. He's like,
just
he's
scared
still
of that
there. I know
angle.
he's there, but...
I'd be terrified of that angle too if I was Speedy. Literally can't see anything, don't know if they're there unless you just kind of... Oh, but Major's getting greedy. That'll be a free kill for Dennis.
Yeah, shots come out. Dennis able to find one, but the trades and a flurry of frags comes out, leaving Sprouts all alone. Spitty eliminated. 8 to 7 half. A very close game so far. This is a very well played game so far.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, Sangal's come out and they've shown that they can keep up with the individual frags. They've been kind of winning a lot of these kind of weird timing events, and you know, just getting. I wouldn't necessarily say lucky, but they've been playing the dynamics of the map well, considering that they haven't been on the best economy the entire half. So, Sprout, I think they could be stronger. I think they could be playing better than they currently are. So. We'll be getting back into things, looks like, immediately, and we will see Sprout kind of flex their muscle on the CT half here. So coming down to the pistol, see who sets the tone and who sets the pace for the first round of the second half.
Yeah, we've got Sprouts on the CT side. They could start to really dominate here if they play it correctly. Only time can tell if they're going to be able to make that work. Sangal on the T, going to be looking to play with some aggression, it looks like. Spreading out across the map, trying to gain as much control as possible.
Kind of a weird molly there. Kind of seemed like a bit of a panic molly on. And it looks like they will take the opportunity. Speedy able to back off, check a flash, and stay alive for now. And Sangal will just take this ramp control and then maybe walk it back. The only issue is that once you do this, this is kind of a bit of a Na'Vi problem. So they are deciding to take it out of upper here, but the players are still stacked for upper.
Oh, Spitty!
Came through.
What are you doing? Cressy able to find one as well with Faven, and oh no, this is falling apart for Sangal.
Yeah, you really can't make that. You really can't make that turn back happen. The second that you take that ramp control, you kind of got to commit either pushing all the way through and then re-wrap A and take that heaven control so you can clear those high angles. But if you try to regress all the way back, you're just going to get stuck in a position where the CTs are either halfway through a rotate and sitting on site, or they're still sitting on site. Like the alternative is there's going to be players there or there's going to be players there. So it's a bit of a Na'Vi conundrum, and we've seen Na'Vi repeatedly run into that issue, so they will be on a full Tech 9 buy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Sangal can make this round work. We've seen Tech 9s do some absolutely beautiful things here in the past, but Faven's going to start off strong with one of his own. Cressy, quick with a frag as well on the pass. Lax, Faven grabbing one as well, leaving it all down on Ning. He's all alone in the server once again, and he's got himself a flash and a Tech 9 to work that he'll be dealt with by Dennis, and a flawless round out of Sprout.
All right, so if you're a Sangal fan, that's kind of a, okay, those are the pistols, you know, still got a chance to kind of get things moving again. So I think Sangal really has one more buy. So once they get to their, you know, once we start to get into rifle rounds, we'll kind of be able to tell, you know, does Sangal have something to say on the T side of Nuke, or are they going to fall into the hands of Sprout, and Sprout's just going to play this completely clinically and show why they're such a good Nuke team. Playing for outside.
Yeah, shots ringing out. Of course, this is an eco coming out, and right now, Spitty, Dennis, and Slacks cleaning up house over outside, leaving it all down. The Paz and Logic Man. They got Deagles and a Glock to work with. There's no armor, no utility, and really no hope.
Yep, eco frags it is. Speedy cleaning them up from behind. Just kind of tapping away at the MP9, and that'll clean things up, and that won't be a single gun loss for the side of Sprout. They'll pick up some extra Deagles, kind of you know, help build up their things, and they've got quite the economy building up on the side of Sprout, and we will finally see Sangal buy into the first gun round. And the op is in the hands of Slacks.
Alrighty. Take a look at this. The full buy coming into progress now. Sangal, they've got themselves the AKs and Krieg to work with coming into this round. It'll be interesting to see how they're going to play that out. Opting to do that instead of a glass cannon up. Understandable, but an interesting decision versus just going all AKs. Looking to play long range with that, but it'll be first frag come out from that weapon as well. Major, quick with it.
I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure why Dennis was so far pushed up. Took that outside control and decided, you know what, I'm just going to take some more. And just kept pulling until the chain ran out. And suddenly you had Major on the other end, barking up, the, you know, just pulling it out and winning the game of tug of war. So Sprout in a little bit of a disadvantage. You're on the CT side here. You have to play with the rotates, and you don't have that extra man to cover you on those rotates. So whatever happens, the two people sitting on site are going to have to be heavy anchors. You can't let yourself get caught out in this situation.
Being played fairly slowly right now. Sangal know they're in the driver's seats. They know this man advantage is crucial. That they can use their weaponry to great effect. Flashes fly outside. Slacks with the op will be the decision maker here, and the first shot is live. Good stuff coming out of him, looking for a second, but no one will peek into his crosshairs as they start to make their way towards A. Two players reside on the site. That's going to be Cressy starting things off with the first. Slacks and Faven able to find one as well, and Spitty finishes out the round in 11th for Sprout, having a very strong CT side.
Yeah, all right. So I'm not quite sure what the plan was from Sangal there. They basically got that advantage and then they did nothing with it. Things slowed down, and then, you know, they took that man advantage. Things slowed down. They took that outside control, and then they decided to push everybody through Mini and one person through Hut. That's not going to work against. That's not going to work in a pug. Well, maybe it will work in a pug, but like it's not a strategy that is going to win you rounds against Sprout on Nuke, because you know Sprout's just, even against just generally high skill players, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're just funneling yourselves through and hoping that you get those entries. So it's a lot of trust to put in your players, but when you got people who are 7 and 17 and, you know, you're just generally losing this match, like, it's not a position I think would be smart. So it seems half-baked, and as I say that, Slacks.
Oh no, I didn't even get to see that. That's so unfortunate. Able to find the collateral there. A trade does come out onto Dennis, but it might be too little too late at this point. It's 3 versus 4, and after that collateral, your morale is shaken at the very least. You start to make your way towards ramp.
A little yelling in the team speak.
And more shots. Paz gets tagged down. Major does find the trade to bring it down to even with a Tech 9. Now in hell, picks himself up. That AWP. He couldn't find it here, but he will be dealt with. Cressy very quick with it. Spitty will find them both. What a nice little spray transfer. Oh, baby. A 12th picked up for Sprout.
Sprout just playing clean, you know? They're not really making that many mistakes, and when they need to hit shots, they're hitting shots. Sangal, meanwhile, tactically, their decisions have been questionable, at least so far on this T side. They did a good job of playing around the dynamic on their CT side and just kind of doing what they can to prevent Sprout from running wild, but if you want to win, you got to do more than that. So again, this is Sprout's pick, so it is expected that they will take this, considering that they've got such an amazing win rate on this map, and they've been just in general playing so excellently on it. But props to Sangal for at least getting it to 8 at this point.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough for the rest of this time now. I just realized Spitty has a Sprout themed dog. It's a green skin on the dog, and then his username has a sticker on it. He has the Sprout dog. I just noticed that.
Spitty, stop holding this flash so I can take a look at your AUG.
Yeah, Spitty, pull out your AUG. Do it. Oh well, on the other side of the map, Dennis gonna be able to find one to start things off. The AUG. The other AUG in the server ringing out, getting, oh, what good tags. Oh, Lord. That's Logic, man. Tagged down to 9 HP. Amor has an angle and will find Cressy to trade it back down to a 4 versus 4. Faven up in heaven will find 1, 2. The catwalk position working out beautifully. Won't get a third. Oh, nice little shots coming out from Paz and Logic Man. Now Dennis in the back line will find Logic Man. And that'll be a 13th. Now 2 away from match points.
Yeah, okay. Paz, you know, we're seeing some good like 2Ks come out, but like they don't mean anything if you don't win the round. So, and I'm sure, you know, I'm sure Sangal's well aware, you know, Sangal's well aware, okay, we're not winning these rounds. We're still getting some of these like crucial kills. We're getting some of these like, you know, 2Ks, we're getting a couple of 3Ks here and there, but like it's just they don't mean anything if you don't convert the round. And that's what Sprout's being really careful about. It's just making sure that they convert these rounds, even if they do lose a couple players to some flashy plays by Sangal. So it seems like every single time that Sangal is running out of time and they're not sure what to do, they hit the top site. And every single time that they've hit the top site, they've been shut down. So what is your answer if you're Sangal?
The answer is whatever it's going to be. It's going to be a rough one. You've got AKs, you got bare minimum utility. You're going up against a fully equipped Sprout. Now, if you look at Speedy, he's got himself his Sprout-themed dog out.
What a beautiful og.
I know, right? I mean, he didn't want an expensive skin. He just wanted a green skin in his name. I mean,
honestly, yeah, I dig that 100%. It's such a good. It's just a good-looking og. Man, a little bit of nade damage on Imor. Nothing crazy here as we kind of balance out into what's basically going to be the last-ditch effort for Sangal to get themselves into this game.
Yeah, this is a rough scenario to be in. If you are Sangal, you've got yourself a full buy, you've got yourself bare minimum utility, you're starting to make your way out onto the ramp, and then you get mollied off.
I mean, they do have a player who's all the way down secret into control.
They're gonna find this frag. Oh, that's misplaced aggression there coming through the smoke there from Slacks. I'm not sure why you would opt to do that there.
Oh, Major.
Oh, no.
The long flank's gone. This means that this is messy now. Sangal knows that they're in a really tough spot without that. So having Logic Man on the other side of the map, they're going to try and spin this around and take this to the top site, and Paz jumping up, getting 2. And this will be a free plant onto the A bomb site. For once, the movement to the A bomb site works out, and it's just Speedy and Dennis left with Augs in hand, full health and utility to work with. And you do have tagged members on Sangal.
If Spitty finds that man up in heaven, things could be working out for him, but I don't think he's going to go for it. This may be... I doubt they'll save here, but their economy's rough. Yeah, I think this might be the save, actually.
Yeah, if you're playing... Yeah, if you're playing on the B site, you're... Well, they'll have plenty of money to work with next round. They'll have a full buy into the next round. That's for sure. I think they've probably got like 2 rounds of economy left in them if they do lose the next 2, but... The thing is, it's like that A site, if you have both players lower, that is such a difficult retake. And, and Speedy will pick up the op as well. So, they should be able to just kind of go into this next buy fully equipped and still have money for at least 1 more buy. So, not it's definitely not rainbows, but like Sprout not breaking a sweat at the moment. So Sangal does pick up that round off of the back of Paz, and a couple of good, really strong frag plays. Just kind of those star moves that you need to see to kind of win these games. But can they do it consistently to break things out?
They're going to need to really start the performance right now. This needs to be the second act coming into play. But Dennis will be finding the first one on the Major for an advantageous start for Sprout. Looking for the 14th here. Cressy with a Spitty Og will be able to find one. And Cressy finds the other. Faven going to be looking for one as well. But now it's Paz and Logic Man, last 2 men standing for the side of Sangal in a 2 versus 5 scenario. And this is not where you want to be.
Well, that's a cool flash.
That's a cool flash.
Yeah, wow, I'm going to use that.
Cressy finds tags on the Paz. Paz will get out dodged for the time being.
Right now, it just feels like Sangal is playing, let's try and get some headshots around the edges of smokes, and that's how we will explode into winning rounds. And, of course, that hasn't been working for them. But they do get the kill onto Speedy, and this does mean that they have access to ramp, but bomb gets dropped by Dennis on the fast flank. Drops the molly. Paz, yeah, not much you can do here. Too many angles to worry about. Spotted out already. Dennis cleans it up. And that's a 14th round for Sprout. And we're getting pretty close to Sprout kind of cleaning up their first map.
Yeah, 1 round away from match point, 2 away from the game being over. Sprout gonna be looking to convert this first map into their own. And I don't blame them on this because, of course, this is their map pick. So they are looking to really finish things out strongly here. They don't want to start a deficit. Oh my God, Slacks.
Nice shot.
What a shot. Logic Man will find the trade on to Spitty to bring it down to a 4 versus 4. Slacks starting to watch for him. Will be able to find Logic Man in the refrag. And now the push towards ramp coming out. The up will be there to respond. And possibly a frag, but they're gonna be he's gonna be waiting very patiently. He's waiting for the shots, but his retreat won't be any good. Major trades it back down to even. 3 versus 3. This is anyone's round at this point.
Now, here's the thing: is we're starting to see Sangal get into that little thing they like to do, where they pile up on ramp, and then they're like, "Oh, let's go back to the A site." I don't know. I don't know if that one's gonna work out for you. So they do have Paz outside, but the CTs are gonna kind of start to realize what's going on here. Flashes out, executes in. Faven gonna have to hold onto this one by himself. Faven gonna be looking for the kill up in heaven.
Oh,
Will
Faven.
get the kill on the off.
Oh,
Will clean
Faven.
everything up.
My lord, Faven's been looking so good this entire time.
Oh man, on to 15 rounds. Faven, the only the only CT left on the top site, and just cleans it up, makes it look easy. It was, just kind of dancing around the views, just back and forth, and isolating those angles in just such a perfect way. And and we'll see Sprout, clean up into match point here. Oh, the Molly doing so much damage to Imor.
You do not want to sit in a Molly.
That spread was just kind of unfortunate.
So far being played out very, very slowly.
Well,
Sangal knows this is the last-ditch effort.
Funny you say that. I don't think we've seen Sangal really play any round fast outside of their opening pistol round on the CT side. And okay, we will see things traded out outside. And once again, they set up for this top site where the CTs are stacked. The only person that they have watching towards lower right now is, what they got slacks on ramp. They're basically walking into what is essentially, at least right now, a 2-man stack, but they can get that fast rotate from the third and a fast flank from the second. So
and they started to come on out. Faven 1, but not 2. And more will be able to find 1. And Cressy and Spitty look to finish things up. Engine, last man standing, 1 versus 2. Has to find them both. And he's kind of cornered. Looks for 1 more, but Spitty will end it. And a 16th is achieved. GG's to both squads.
All right, well, there you go. We've got our first map in the books. Sprout doing about what I expected them to do. That's they did a really good job of playing their map to their strengths and making sure that Sangal was just kind of feeling uncomfortable the entire time. It really never looked like it was something that Sangal was in a position where they felt like, they were building up streaks of rounds, or like they were, they never had, I believe, I don't think they ever had 3 in a row. I believe they were always fighting for like 1 to 2 at a time.
Yeah.
So they never really had any opportunities to build up any economy until they were just, revving into the limiter of max loss on the T side. So I believe, are we intending to take a break before we head into the next map?
Yeah, we're going to be taking a break, guys. There'll be map number 2, which is that's
Inferno.
That's Inferno. It's going to be really interesting to see how they play this one out. This is around that. This is going to be a map that Inferno must win for Sangal.
It'll be a banger.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Anyway, we'll be back in just a little bit.